Ugh, people have been bugging me to do this rear-engine front-wheel drive thing for quite a while, and I just kept putting it off, going like, yeah, you know what, I will get around to it eventually. But then Rye actually released said video, and, well, now I don't actually have that to lay back on. But that got me thinking. That's not the only silly sort of driveline that I have ever heard.
Front-wheel drive rather than side-wheel drive.
So everyone remembers this episode of Top Gear, right? No? It's just me? Because it's like a boring French car? Well, in there, he talks about side-wheel drive, which is something I've been wanting to try out for quite some time, ever since I'd ever heard about it. Now, I know that means that the vehicle is going to veer one side more than the other, but it can't be that bad. We're going to be making basically a weird Citroën. But first of all, we have to get a ginormous vehicle because of this statement.
And while there's enough space in the back for me, there isn't enough to take a dog for a walk. And you should be able to do that in the back of a big Citroën.
So we're not going to go with a truck. No, that's a little too normal for America. We want some sort of wagony sort of body. And these bodies here are quite big. We'd go with like a 3-meter long body. Is there a station wagon version? Yes, there is. These are incredibly long, but it also doesn't look weird. These do look weird, but trying to make them look like, I don't know, a real car is so hard, so we're gonna skip that body. This thing is pretty big. Hopefully it'll do what I want it to do. Then we're gonna go with, you know, normal French sort of things. So aluminium, monocoque on a steel monocoque. Anyway, so it's front transverse, front-wheel drive, the original Citroën that they dislike so much. So maybe I'm going to go something like rear longitudinal. That's gonna be dangerous. And it's also coughing right just a smidgen too much. So we're gonna go with a front transverse, and then it's gonna basically drive right into this wheel, have a drive line go down, and then into the other wheel. And then McPherson strut, fine. And then on the rear, we want something really weird. Push rod? Yeah, let's go push rod. Just something that doesn't quite work. No, hold on. You have to be able to fit a lot in the back. Ooh, okay, what fits the most in the back? Semi-trailing arm is very compact and can also do rear-wheel drive. So we're gonna go with that, even though we're not going entirely rear-wheel drive. Their new project. Let's go like a V16, cast iron, make it absolutely minuscule, make it a push rod, ALSI heads, just something completely bonkers. Then let's go like a billet there, a lightweight titanium there, then a hyper-eutectic cast, and then we're gonna make it even smaller. You know, just the weird bonkersy sort of things you would expect. Well, what he would want. Variable valve timing, you know what, yeah, we'll have variable valve timing on a single camshaft, why not? Turbochargers, no, that's a little too Euro. We're gonna go injection, mechanical fuel injection, a single, because it needs to be quiet and comfortable, that is the one thing. And then a standard intake, because that's nice and quiet. And then we're gonna run it on like really high run. Where even is the intake on this? What? A whole... Alright, I have never looked at this before. This has no actual air in... I love it! It's awesome! This engine has no air intake! So it's just a manifold. Does it suck one air from one to the other? And then when this one does the exhaust, it pushes it back into the intake of... That is... I'm assuming they're going to fix this at some point. The devs will. But that is absolutely hilarious! Oh, I love it. What if I go per cylinder? Per cylinder works, but it's just inside of a box. And yes, it actually has trumpets then. But if I go... What about performance? No. Race? No. Oh, this is so... Am I... Okay, I could just be missing it, but I'm pretty sure there's no intake there. Oh, that's gonna have to go in the title of the video or the thumbnail or something like that. Fuel mixture, I don't know yet. Exhaust, let's go cast log. then make it a single, and then this has to be like incredibly restrictive. I like it. Then we're gonna go like a really small pea shooter exhaust. Let's go back to the engine. And then let's just tune this to create a huge amount of power. All right, you know what? Nah. All right, we need a bigger exhaust. We need to be able to make power. I want to be able to drive this thing and just feel the absolute insanity of it. So maybe doing like too much restriction is a bad idea. If we have a look, yes, race still has no intake, so that's good. That's giving us a little bit of extra power. All right, you know what? This isn't enough power, so let's go ahead and put some turbos on this. With mechanical, we're gonna go journal ball bearing just because, and then we're gonna set this to race. We're only creating 66 horsepower? What the hell? What is going? I mean, it's 1 liter, it's not that small, is it? Honestly, I don't know how to make this engine any good, but we're getting 100 kilowatts out of a small 1 liter engine. I think that kind of fits the bill of what it is that we're trying to do. And then I think something like that. So it's got to be big and comfortable. Oh, yep, good. We could drag that out even further. Look at that. Obviously, this thing needs to be absolutely chungus. Oh, nice. We can even lift the roof if we so want to. Paint, we can go with a regular sort of silver paint. You know, that's very common for these sorts of cars. Now, we're gonna set this to front wheel drive for now, and we'll fix the rest later. Then we're gonna go with something a little bit, no, let's just go with advanced automatic, because it does need to be quite comfortable. And then we're gonna set it to 8 gears and whatever speed the reckons that the car can do, which I'm assuming is not particularly fast. It reckons the top speed is 211. Then we're gonna set this to electronic LSD, something nice and comfortable. Some radials, set them to semi-slicks just because. Carbon fiber wheels. That makes total sense on a car like this. Now, carbon ceramic wheels? Sure. Or do we just put drum brakes all around? You know, which one's more comfortable? Nothing really says anything about it. So we're gonna go 6 pistons, carbon ceramic, 6 pistons, just because. Making this out of the most exotic of materials. We're gonna have a fully clad under tray because we do want good fuel efficiency, obviously. Interior. Now, they said that they wanted lots of extra legroom, right? Well, we can do that by adding in a bench seat there and removing that bit. Oh, we can't remove that one. That's a problem. You know what? We could just imagine that these are backwards facing seats. So then you have like a nice kind of almost limo sort of thing back there. Then it's going to be a luxury, not handmade, because that's going too far. Electronic variable, which is the worst of all the steering. So we're going to go with that, but it is quite comfortable. Then ABS, but no traction control? What is... Did I break the game? I'm not sure what's happening. Anyway, we'll just ignore that traction aids snafu for now, and then safety is going to be absolutely maximum. Now, we're going to go hydro pneumatic, and then off-road, because why not? Then we're going to set this up for a nice, comfortable suspension, but then we're going to make these roll bar stiffnesses much higher. I haven't actually looked at the engine in here. Let's turn off the body. That is an amusing engine bay. And this, like, overhang, completely superfluous, but I think fits the bill. Oh wait, I can now go 9 gear. There we go, much better. And we can lengthen this out. Our 0 to 100 is 15 seconds. We should make our tires considerably narrower. Somewhere around there, 2.4% wheel spin. I think we can do better than that. Let's go ahead and put some space savers on here. 155s, sounds good to me. Strong understeer. Oops. I don't know. Like, it was bleeping at me red saying, understeer, understeer. But honestly, I don't know how this thing is going to handle at all. This is uncharted territory for me. Anyway, we do actually have a decent top speed of 213. That is very weird. Should we go ahead and design this thing? It's gonna be pretty tricky to create as bonkers a design as that Citroën C6 was. These look unusual. Here we go, that kind of looks a little bit weird, right? Or does it just look weird in general? Whatever, we'll try to make it work. It does have weird headlights. Well, poop. Then the front looks a little bit Prius-y. I don't know what to do. Let's just go ahead, put some grills in. We should be able to make this look better, right? I'm very unsold on any of these design choices. But if it's what Jeremy wants, it's what Jeremy gets. This doesn't look stupid at all. I love it. So good. You know what? I think I'm just going to resign myself to this car just being completely ugly. Let's put a big badge on it. So we're going to call it Schrodinger's car because until we drive it, we don't know how good or bad this thing is going to be. There we go, a big cursive S. But this side, it's kind of questionable as to what it is. And it also doesn't morph to the body. Much better. There we go. This is now an Itasha. Oh dear. Now I don't think I can do weird bazonkery sort of things that are on the rear taillights, because that is a very unique design, and also automation doesn't really take that into consideration when you want to do stupid things like that. Also this rear window, there's very few cars in which you could do that with in this game. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that this is not really the car that Jeremy Clarkson wants, but we're going to try to make it as close as possible by fitting as many of the prerequisites as it is that he wants. But also without putting in a lot of effort, because this car is going to be garbage, and putting in too much effort would just be absolutely pointless. All right, you know what? Nah, these headlights do look weird and wacky. We'll go with them. It looks like literally makeup on a pig. That's the only thing that comes to mind. Now, I'm gonna try to replicate this area. That's gonna be quite hard. Why am I spending so much effort on this hot garbage car? Why? Why am I doing this to myself? I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I've completely lost my mind. Much like probably the designers of this car when they went ahead and made that really weird car. I just want to get onto the side-wheel drive part. Honestly, there's nothing else I am interested other than trying out a little bit of like weird side-wheel drivedness. And that's what everyone else is here for as well, so I'm gonna brush past a whole bunch of this for now. Now we are gonna do the interior to do things like the indicator stalk that's not an indicator stalk.
Should be the boot release. The indicator should be, I don't know, in here somewhere.
The gear lever that's made of rhubarb and comes out of the sun visor.
I want the gear lever to be made from rhubarb and to stick out of the sun visor.
God, why am I spending so much time on this? This is so stupid. Now, we also have to put in a rear view mirror so then we can easily fit in a sun visor without it looking particularly weird. Because that is going to be quite the trick. Do I have sun visors or do I have to make them custom? Well, whatever. We're gonna go ahead and stick in these seats that we want now. You know, the back-to-back that we said we were going to have, so then there's room to take your dog for a walk. As per the exact words of Jeremy Clarkson, who I'm starting to question more and more as time goes on. There. That looks like you've got plenty of... Oh, wait, no, there's no legroom. That's fine. I have a solution. We'll just Porscherize it. Like, that's something that a wacky Citroën would do, right? What do you mean it looks silly? It doesn't look silly. You look silly. And what do you mean these seats are too far forward and you'll crush your legs? That's fine. Now, we need a steering wheel that's not round.
The steering wheel is circular.
We could go this, but even that's a bit, you know, conventional. So I'm gonna grab this, and that will not be the indicator. Then now we're gonna make our own steering wheel. This is taking way too much time. Let's just get to the side wheel drive already. You know what? I'm gonna make sure that this video has the timestampy thingy majiggies, so then you can skip to the time that you want. Because otherwise, this is just wasting all of our times, and so many people are just gonna leave thinking that, oh my god, this guy is just an absolute idiot. That is quite an unusual steering wheel. I was gonna add a half round, but I don't actually have a half round, and just leaving it as is would be a really silly idea. So I think it fits the bill perfectly. Wonderful, done absolutely to spec. So now just to put in the center console, and then in there, to have the indicator stalk. Oh dear god. My god, Jeremy Clarkson, what is wrong with you, bro? Now, gear lever. Before I do the gear lever, sorry, I have to create sun visors. Oh, everything. And just everything is a chore in this. So I think I'm gonna go with this. Move it up there. Stick it onto the sun visor. And now we gotta make the gear stick itself out of rhubarb. Now, we don't actually have rhubarb, so we're gonna have to pick something as close to rhubarb as possible. Rhubarb doesn't grow in Australia. What does rhubarb look like again? Why is it showing me underpants? What is wrong with you? Google. Oh my god. Anyway, this is what rhubarb looks like, huh? Just kind of a dark satiny red. I think, yeah, we can say that that's close enough to rhubarb that we're gonna go with it. So, gear lever in place. Is that everything? I think that was everything. If I've forgotten anything, well, bugger.
I want to start it by licking a little panel here on the steering wheel.
Are we done with this, like, hideously ugly car? It's fine. It's the car that Jeremy Clarkson wants, so it doesn't matter how ugly it is. Let's do a bit of a comparison. Test track, we're gonna see what time this gets. Oh my god, that is so slow. 3.5 minutes around the test track? God damn, so to put it in context, a sports car will go around in about 2 minutes 10. It could have something to do with the gearbox. Anyway, moving on. Well, here we are with one of my quickest made, ugliest ever cars in automation to BeamNG. This thing is just atrocious in every single way. There's not a single design-related redeeming feature about this, other than that really cool, shiny-looking gear lever coming out of the sun visor. Oh god, I feel ashamed. And I hope that this video, like, usually you hope that a video gets popular. I hope this one doesn't. Because then people will see this ugly car and go, this guy has no idea what he's doing. Oh, if I have the audio set properly, I can actually hear the engine now. That is a very loud engine. And with the crackle over, oh goodness gracious, that is super duper loud. Let's see what gear we're in. We're already in gear 3 and we're only going like 60 kilometers an hour. Oh god, it's so loud. Why is it so loud? Do I have a speed limiter or something? What is that? So this like somehow magically redlines at about 7,500 RPM for no reason. This is such a weird car. When in automatic mode, this thing won't switch past gear 4. But if I control it manually, then it's fine. Even though it does seem to redline out at like 7,500 RPM when it really should be like redlining out at a much higher RPM. Now, the reason why we brought it to the dirt section, you may be wondering, is because in the video, the main test is on a bit of dirt road, just to see how comfortable it is. But that was with the front-wheel drive, so we're only going to do this test when it's in front-wheel drive mode. Other than that, we're going to take it to a normal bit of road. Oof! Oh dear, this thing needs more power. Alright, we brought it out here to the Thunderdome, which was also one of those questionable things done by companies. This was a race course, and I've put it together. It's kind of jank, it's not finished yet. But this track... Oh god, is it doing that stuck in 4th gear again? Alright, let's change you into 5th then. Why does it stick in 4th? That is so... You know what? It's probably something to do with the fact that the gear lever is stuck in the sun visor. That sounds exactly correct as to what it could be. Jesus. This is a track I'm putting together. It's going to be in a future video before I release it publicly and I do a few more tweaks. But I also just wanted to try out this car and show you guys that I'm not doing nothing in my own time. But... this car doesn't handle so bad. Oh god, okay, a little bit of oversteer. That could be a problem when we start to get this thing into side-wheel drive. But I think now we'll pull into the pits and we'll do the conversion. Yeah. Am I getting axle hop? I think I got axle hop. That's funny. So all I have to do is change this to RL, sorry. So this is gonna be left-hand drive. Not the steering wheel, I mean the wheel. It's gonna be left side drive. Control R, and now we're going to enjoy the splendor that is side wheel drive. Clutch to, oh, this thing doesn't have enough power. And it is already pushing to the right side. The gearbox sucks ass. I need to do something about that gearbox. That gearbox is super duper weird. All right, you know what? I know how to code this. I can fix this gearbox issue. Okay, maybe I don't know how to fix this. You know what? Let's just give this thing more power. I have to change all of these numbers? Oh my god, I don't want to do this. You know, screw this. We're just gonna get rid of all of this. Where does it max out? It max out at about... there we go. 4,500 RPM. Then we're gonna give this 500 kilowatts. There we go. Oh, Newton meters, whatever. And then back down to like, say, 170. That'll do. Yep, that is the ugliest power curve ever. If I got this set to manual, I think I do, yeah. What a weird power curve that is. Oh dear, am I making less power with the turbo? I think I might be. Turbocharger empty. What in the world is that? Whatever, who cares? We now have lots of power. This is just the worst thing in the world. And clutch dump. And pull to the side we do. All right, we are pulling hard to the right now. You know what? It's not the worst thing in the world. With this... Wait, whoa, my engine is overheating. All right, well, that's a problem. And also, we've got the left side drive whilst turning left, which is going to steer us away from the corner. Oh dear God. Oh no, the engine. Oh no, the head gasket has gone, the torque is reduced. Oh dear, no. This has gotten all kinds of wrong. Jesus. You know what? We've still got power. We can still do an entire lap, and then we'll just have to come into the pits and, oh God, maybe switch that side drive to the other side and maybe, you know, do something about this cooling issue that we've got. All right, here we go. Slow down. Oh, okay. I don't know how harsh that is meant to be, but I'm pretty sure it's not meant to be that harsh. But let's axle hop like crazy. Thermals enabled. False. Let's change this to R and to R. Now it's right side drive. Floor it, in gear. And yes, now we're turning the correct direction. Why doesn't NASCAR do this? This is pure awesomeness right now that we've got. And also, I think by giving it more power and removing the turbo, we fixed that gearing issue where it would stick in 4th gear. Oh, lots of sideways action. Oh, okay. This is not the worst thing I've ever driven, I must admit. Ah, no. Oh! That's got a hoit. That's fine. We'll pull it up and go again. Oh my God. I think if we had like buttloads more power, this thing might even manage to somehow do like a really nice donut. But then again, I'd probably want a manual transmission. Oh my God. It's, funnily enough, 500 Newton meters of torque going through one side of the vehicle is not the best decision we've ever made on this channel. Oh dear God. There's a possibility that this thing is not controllable. Oh dear God. Even if it is a bit uncontrollable, we're going to take it around the automation test track because this thing does actually have more power by like a power of 5. So that means we should do like 1/5 of the lap time, right? Now, it has been a very long time since I've tried to hot lap the automation test track, but I've only got a time of... Whoa, what happened to the time? It just then, that was weird. But I've only got a time of like 3.5 minutes to beat. And with 500 kilowatts, I don't care what sort of weird driveline we have, this cannot be that bad. Also, I would mention with Twin Turbos' video where they had the front wheel drive on a rear engine car, how I've done the wheel conversion is how I probably would have done that setup, not run an all-wheel drive system that could play with torque. Oh God! Oh dear. You know what? I think we could still beat the time if we push hard. I think we saved that. That's done pretty good. Handbrakey. No. Oh, okay. Handbrake is a bad idea. This thing apparently has a little too much weight on. Okay. Accelerating, trying to turn right in this car. Not the best idea. This thing does chronically pull to the left though. Oh my God. No! That's fine. We're still probably going to beat that unbelievably slow 3 minutes 30 is. So I still think we should be able to beat it, even if we are absolutely trashing this car. Oh my God, this thing is so hard to keep in a straight line. Oh God, there will be a link to download this car in the description. No, God. Oh, okay, you know what? I somehow don't think we're coming back from, you know, this being a trike. Though that is very Citroën-like. We're now not pulling to the left quite as much, but we do have a significant issue with crapping. Oh, God, yeah, we've got this under control. I don't know if we're going to be able to do a... You know what? It's actually easier to control. What the hell? Why? Why is this easier to control with 3 wheels? Oh, no, I've been playing too much Forza Horizon 5. I've been using the A button to use as the handbrake. Our top speed has been severely hampered right now, but that's fine. We can do this. We're coming down now to Kelrob Chicane, and where's our braking point? Our braking point is further back though, considering that we don't have Both front tires. Oh god, we are crabbing hard. Crabbing hard. That's okay. No, we're all fine. We're bringing it around now. I cannot for the life of me remember what this corner is ever called. But we're coming around to Adam's Apex in a bit. Oh, no, we're around. You know what? Nah. No matter how much I love this car, we are not going to be able to finish this lap. Or was I just lying? And yes, we are going to. We're only 30 seconds behind. My god, this thing is atrocious. Well, there will be a link to this car in the description. I don't know when it'll be available on the BeamNG repository, because they happen to take quite a long time. And if Neilogical does this car as one of his jumpy things, please enjoy the fact that this is side-wheel drive. But for now, I'll catch you next time. Goodbye.